Okay, and for James, the outcome of this fight, it seems like if you lose, you're set up to be cut by Dana White. If you lose or any tour, do you want to continue in the UFC? I know you want to box as well, but have you heard anything on that?
Lose. I'm not think about losing. We kept the world right now. What do you mean lose? I'm the best fighter in the world. I'm the best fighter Randy ever fought. And that's what I said. Some all the things we'll see. All the talk everybody's doing. Hey, it's just talk right now. But when that bell rang, that case closed.
All right, so you beat Randy. Then who are you looking for next? Do you still want the Lesnar fight?
What I want next, I'm gonna see when I'm boxing out. Hey, if Lesnar by the first year, we'll fight him. I don't care. I fight any and everybody. I was that way.
All right, great guys. Can't wait to see it. Actually, one follow-up question: have you ever seen the Remy Bonyaski fight when he Mercer? That was a MMA rules fight, kickboxer versus boxer.
You talking about me?
Yeah.
What? Well, what I want to watch that for?
Well, that was one of the first examples that we've seen of a full mixed martial arts versus a boxer. He took a head kick and gave up in the first 10 seconds, I believe.
I'm not ready. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Good day to you, sir. Thanks, guys. Good luck.
You bet. Thanks.
And we'll go next to John Morgan, MMAJunkie.com.
Thank you. If I could start with Randy, please. Randy, you talked about James's, unique striking style that he has and that unique boxing style. Do you think that that's something that can translate well to MMA, or do you feel like he's going to have to make some adjustments to be successful?
My estimation is that there definitely has to be some adjustments made. There are a couple other things that need to be accounted for with a particular stance and style of boxing, and I think that's what a lot of boxers, I think in general, when they look at MMA, fail to understand. With takedowns and the punching, kicking, and the dirty boxing clinch work that takes place in mixed martial arts, you have to change your stance. You have to kind of change your fighting style a little bit in a pure boxing perspective.
For sure. Now, we've heard James say that, he's got power from his back. He thinks that even if you do take him down, he's got enough power that he could still knock you out from there. That's not something that we've seen very often. As your game planning, how much stock do you put in that? Do you feel like he may have that kind of power, or do you kind of write that off a little bit?
I'm not terribly concerned. I've been in with a lot of big, strong guys and had them on their backs that I'm sure hit just as hard as James does. Technique changes when you're laying on your back or sitting on your butt, and the mechanics of a punch are different in those circumstances. So I certainly have a game plan for the ground, and I'm not terribly worried about being knocked out from that position.
For sure. Now, we saw, Tim Sylvia and Ray Mercer. I'm sure you've seen that fight, as we all have. Are there any lessons that you take out of that fight? I mean, there wasn't much to look at, but are there any lessons that you take out of that?
Well, there wasn't a whole lot of fighting going on there. I mean, it was basically over pretty quickly. I don't think Tim's game plan with Ray was very astute, and he stepped right into range and kind of advocated that kind of a firefight, and those kind of things happen in that kind of fight.
So finally, Randy, have you determined what weight you think you're going to come in for this fight?
Same as always. Obviously, I don't have to cut to 205, but I walk around at about 220 all the time.
Okay, so just come in natural then.
Yeah, it never changes for me.
Great, Randy. And for James, please. James, can you talk about kind of your welcome to MMA here? It seems like a lot of fans are writing you off or maybe not giving you the respect that you possibly deserve as a current world champion in boxing. Did you expect this kind of lack of respect, or does it offend you at all?
Well, I'm not too really worried about that. I got a lot, like as far as UFC fans, I got a lot of love from them in Oakland, and I'm not really worried about it. You know what I'm saying? Me, fight, one fighter, that's what I do. Like all I can tell you is everybody who's thinking I'm gonna lose, hey, don't bet your money. Don't bet on Randy, I tell you that.
Awesome. And James, have you figured out what weight you're going to come in at for this fight? What's going to work best for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna come in at 290.
290. All right. Thank you.
And we'll go next to Paul Cheetah, Examiner.
Hey guys, thanks a bunch for taking the call. My first question is to Randy. In your last fight against Mark Coleman, when you came out to the song Stranglehold, you talked about afterwards that you went into that fight thinking that you had a good chance to get a submission against Coleman. If this fight were to go your ideal way, how do you think it would play out, and what's your preferred method for finishing it?
I don't have a preferred method. I have a particular game plan to put myself in positions that will give me the best opportunity to win. Whether or not my opponent presents the opportunity to submit him or not is it's not really up to me. It's not something I can focus on. I certainly create those situations or try to create positions that allow me those situations, but I'm just as content to sit on top of them and pound them out. If the submission comes, it comes.
Any special plans for some entrance music?
I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet.
Excellent. James, if you catch Randy in the stand-up game, you said repeatedly you're trying to knock his head off. If you catch him and knock him down and Randy looks rocked, do you think you're going to follow him to the ground or let him stand back up?
Like this, then he gonna stand right back up. Because if I hit him, drop my head, if I hit him left, with ain't no getting up. Don't call me lights off for nothing. Don't call me the knockout king. And you'll you forget, I'm 4 ounce gloves on. I'm just playing with 10.
Great. James, you mentioned that, a loss isn't even in your mind right here. You've got full intentions to win. But how much will the winner or loss in this fight play into your decision as to whether or not you're going to pursue a second fight in MMA after you defend your title in boxing?
I'm definitely going to fight to MMA fight. I'm a two-sport athlete. I love violence. And what I do is violence is my second nature.
So I'll pose this question to the both of you. I know you've answered before that you don't really see it that way, but most fans of both sports here are coming into this fight, thinking that their sport's being represented, MMA versus boxing. Do either one of you, and I'll ask Randy first, do either one of you feel that, right or wrong, you're going to be representing your sport more so than just representing Randy Couture or James Toney in this fight?
I don't really choose to plug into that kind of pressure. I think the sport's going to be fine regardless of the outcome of this fight. We've been expanding globally, and the sport's really taken off. So I don't feel any extra pressure in that circumstance. And I've been representing the sport of mixed martial arts in a lot of ways for a long, long time. So that's nothing new. It's just a little bit different circumstance. Before it was because nobody understood who we were, what we did, and why we got in a cage to fight. And now it's just the technical engagement of mixed martial arts versus predominantly a boxer.
Great. How about you, James?
I represent James Toney to the fullest. I'm old school fighter. Like I said, I'm going to show everybody that boxing is the best sport, period. But it is on the planet Earth. We get tired. We don't hold nobody. We ain't scared. No. Now, it's me standing in the cage and Randy go to the problem.
There we go. Thanks, James. Good answer. I appreciate it, guys. Good luck to the both of you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.